So someone asked me that, oh, you're talking about structure, how to make money. I'm struggling to make profit. And my feedback to the person, how do you price your products? Is it cost plus? Is it markup? Or is it a value-based pricing? What determines how much you ask your customers to pay? So 3 things here. Number 1, what determines how much you ask your customers to pay? Number 2, how do you make money from the business? That is your business model, right? And most times, number 2 is actually what determines how you price, which is your business model determines how you price your product and who you sell to. So my question to you is, how do you price? Because this person specifically asked me that, look, I am struggling to make a profit. So I ask, how are you pricing your product? Do you take into consideration all your factors of production? Do you take into consideration the industry? Do you take into consideration what is happening in that space? And then how do you fund your funding model also affects you. You know, if you have a funding model where you have to quickly make money and pay back, you will struggle with pricing because you'll be very conscious of making money. So it starts with, first, what is your business model? How do you intend to make money? How do you intend to make money? And how you make money depends on, 1, the customer you're serving. What kind of customer are you serving? What products are you giving to that person? What industry are you in? I'll give you a practical example. So if you're in the service industry, say you are a consultant or a coach, and there are things you know that are difficult to replicate, you can do value-based pricing, right? So you come to me, you're struggling, and I say, you know what, let me coach you for the next 3 months. If I coach you for the next 3 months and you make an investment of, say, hypothetically 1 million naira, I can help you grow your business in such a way that you make a profit of 10 million naira in the next 6 months. So if you are going to spend 1 million to make 10 million, won't you spend it? Yes, you will, because I'm telling you, make an investment of 1 million with me for the next 3 months. And in 6 months, I can assure you, you'll make 10 million. In fact, from day 1, you will see a clear road that you're going to, a clear pathway to making that 10 million. You'll be encouraged to say, okay, let me take the risk. This person is telling me that if I sit with her, she'll show me how to make 10 million, provided I'm willing to pay 1 million. That is value-based pricing. I'm not telling you that come and pay me 50,000 because there's some Instagram coach or somebody somewhere. No, I'm telling you that I will work with you in such a way that you will make 10. That's value-based pricing. I'm giving you value. Another way could be markups, to say, hey, I'm selling a product. Maybe I'm selling palm oil, for instance, and my total cost of producing 1 ton of palm oil is maybe 1 million naira. And I say if my total cost is 1 million, I want to be able to earn 1.5 million. So I want to earn 500,000 on that 1 million. So that's a markup. So I decide that for me to make to produce a ton at 1 million, I want to sell that ton at 1.5. So I can get 500K. I can get 500,000 naira. That is a markup. I'm marking up by 50% to say that come what may, between 1 million and 500,000, I will not make a loss. Even if there's a contingency, I will still go home with 300,000. It's called a markup. That's 50%. So you can decide that, you know what, for this palm oil business, I'm going to mark up by 50% after all my cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold is all the costs you incur, all the costs you have, all the things you spend money on to produce a good or service is cost of goods sold. So I say it cost me 1 million to buy the bunch, to mill it, to put it in jerry cans or drums, to transport it to where I will sell it. It will cost me 1 million. For that, I'm going to sell at 1.5. That is a markup of 50%. So it is very important for you as a business owner to even know what it costs you to produce the service or the product. I always give one example that when I was running an advertising agency in my first business, I told my staff one day that, do you know that every day we spend 200,000 in this office? They looked at me that, but we've not spent money today. I said, yes, look at our total cost: salary, rent, newspapers, then internet, water, repairs. All the money we spend in this office every month comes to, I think, about 4 million. Therefore, if you divide 4 million by 20 days in a month, that will give you about 200,000. I hope I'm right. Yes, I am. And I said to them, we've spent 200,000 today. Whether you write an invoice or not, I'm spending 200,000 today. They, I had to explain it to them, and their attitude changed because they now understood what it costs to run the office. Those are our basic costs. I'm not even adding the cost of goods sold, which means if we had the project to produce a documentary or create or print some materials, how much I have to pay somebody else before I add my own markup. So you need to understand how your business runs. What does it cost you to produce a good or service? I think I'm going to do something on pricing. Whether you are in manufacturing or service, there are templates we have to use for pricing. If you're in the service industry, the way you price is different from the way you price when you are manufacturing. So you need to understand that those two businesses are different. You can't use the same formula that you use for a service business to do a business where you are where you're producing a physical product. You need to know how it works. So what it takes for me to produce a bottle of palm oil is different from what it takes for me to deliver a marketing service or to deliver a business consultancy or to be an event manager or to be a project manager. The pricing modalities are different. So if you are in the service industry, you're different from someone who is manufacturing something. And I think I have about 3 videos I have to make. One is pricing. The other is what industries, the dynamics of the service industry and the manufacturing industry and the trading industry. They're very different. I'll tell you more about that. Which of these 3 industries do you think is profitable? Service, manufacturing, trading? Let's save it for the next video.